Hello and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, with me, Matthew Caddies, aka Poogie. So the second warp room has, the third warp room, if you have defeated Wawa, does have a couple of new levels and, well, maybe not new, but certainly, things. So yeah, and if you can't tell, this is not my recording, no. This is actually from the PS2 version, and I think it's a bit better. And yeah, this level Tsunami is the second Coco level in the game, and it introduces some new obstacles which honestly do look decent, such as the rickshaws. I'm not sure. Well, they try and run into you, basically, with the Cortex minions. So, yeah. The flopping fish are still here from the Banzai Bonsai. And the jumping on each of the crates is still there, as well as the Cortex minion ninjas. So, yeah. But there is another new obstacle, because this is also a chase level. Yes, because, as I said before, I can say it now! Traveller's Tales did try and fit in as much as they can from the Naughty Dog games into this game, better or for worse. Yes, I'm not sure if I could run that fast on the thing. Seriously, if anything, Coco does seem to move a lot better on the PS2 version, which honestly does surprise me quite a bit, because she moved really slowly on my copy of the GameCube version. But no, in the PS2 version, certainly this one, it does seem to move a bit quicker here. Seriously. The downside is, of course, the loading times are longer, although, as I mentioned before in my videos, they do have more going on than just a simple loading screen. They actually have Crash moving left and right, etc., which at least is something. So yeah, as you saw earlier, and with the Coco levels, yeah, she actually bounces him off there. And here's our main obstacle, a frigging tsunami, or tidal wave. Seriously, and Coco is now on her scooter. If it's not a video game, I'd question this quite a bit, but I won't! So yeah, so you have to outrun the tidal wave while avoiding everything else, the rickshaws, the old man pushing a thing. Yeah, that is a rickshaw. And then, apparently, if you close the door, yeah, the tidal wave stops. Only in a video game or in a cartoon! Yeah, seriously, it would have definitely destroyed that. Also, there is a example of one of the gem platforms in the game. You need the blue gem to get this one. So yeah, and this is where the things differ greatly from some of the ones in the earlier games, because the death routes and gem routes in Wrath of Cortex are actually quite linear. Yeah, seriously. There's also one which I didn't know of back in Compactor Reactor as well. If you move the minecart to the left, and it's kind of a linear stretch there. So yeah, so it kind of moves in a short thing. The thing to be wary of here are, of course, the nitros. You can see the end of the gem route there. So yeah, and there we get. I don't know if that's a coloured gem or not. If you don't want to go back, then, well, you can always die. That usually works in the, well, all of the Crash games as well. So yeah, so there we go. So yeah, there's the thing. There is the box gem. So there we go. So where to next? Well, I'm going to go to the, well, I'm not, but I'm going to show off the next castle level. So yeah, and so this is the Gauntlet, and this is the second castle level in the game. If anything, I do think Crash's slide in the PS2 version actually moves a lot better. And That's weird for me saying that. So yeah, I'm guessing because it is a port, I guess. Normally, I would say PS2 games would actually play better on the GameCube. Not so with Rapid Cortex. It looks like to play actually much better, which honestly does surprise me here. So yeah, and here the main obstacles in this one, well, besides the knights returning here in the gauntlet, is are the various traps, such as the boulder drop. Boulder drop? If anything, it reminds me of another Crash clone. And no, I'm not talking about the M&M's game. Oh no, I am talking about Double Duck Quack Attack, a game for the also for the PS2 and also the PS1, the N64, and the Dreamcast. Am I missing anything out? Not too bad. I can't think of anything else. Yeah. Against your battle with Wawa, you actually get the double jump, seemingly, because, yeah, it makes it a lot easier to go through the other stages, and it still works rather well, unlike the slide here. Although, or at least not the slide jump anyway, so yeah. Maybe it's just me, maybe I just suck at Rapid Cortex. That may be that. Also, Crash's body slam looks really weird here as well, because he does seem to cover a lot more area. Okay, that is one thing I will give the PS2 version of Rapid Cortex. Never mind the slowness on the Crash's thing. Here he actually moves quite fluidly. Seriously. So yeah, for all the levels that are reused, the movements of the Bandicoot actually is pretty good. As well with his sister Coco, so I'm guessing it is only in the GameCube version where they are slow, because I did notice quite a bit of significant slowdown in that version of Rapid Cortex. Also in the original PS2. If there's anything I am sad about with the PS2 version of Rapid Cortex, it is the fact that it is on a compact disc. These blue-sided discs, which were very, very early PS2 games, which have blue sides and can easily get scratched if you're not careful with them. It's happened to me. So yeah. But yeah. Other than that, this game is a lot more fluid. Normally, I would consider the PS2 the inferior console, but not with this game, it seems. So yeah, and indeed, we'll actually see what happens when we get 3 Aku masks. Obviously, with the change in composers, it also means the classic drum beat that accompanies the 3 Aku masks doesn't happen in this version, which, to be honest, I don't know what to say to that. It also doesn't happen in Twinsanity, but that is largely because the huge changes in the way the soundtrack was done for that game. Again, to Twinsanity whenever I decide to do it. So yeah, again, this is the death route for the gauntlet, and there are many, many more traps, and seemingly many nitros if the blade traps at least, push you into the side, and oh boy. Running over a bed of lava. Don't remind me of Sonic 3D Blast there, Traveler's Tales. Seriously. I had much of time getting through the special stages on that game, thank you very much. And I do mean the Mega Drive version, not the Saturn version. I, for one, I've never played the Saturn version. I would actually like to play the Saturn version if I had the money to purchase one. But, yeah. These special stages are actually good in that version. So, with that said, yeah, and we'll also go to Aku Mask. So yeah, likewise with the Naughty Dog games, if you get a gem in the game, I don't know if I have mentioned this, but if you do get a gem in thing, you keep that gem until you either leave the stage or you get a game over, basically. Stop hitting me. Okay, so what else? If anything, there is also a change in music for this stage, unlike with the previous stage. So yeah, so they actually try and diversify the soundtrack quite a bit. So yeah, I think the only level that happened within the classic Crash games from Naughty Dog was, I think, Rings of Power. Seriously, because well, that might well be a given, because Rings of Power was markedly different from say Bye Bye Blimps or dare I say Mad Bombers. So that makes sense. So let's actually body slam, and indeed, I'm not doing anything here. So slide, 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 and oh, yeah, the classic thing is there. Anyway, what other levels will I look at? Not sure. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye!